Hi, it's Joyce Faison, and we are back with the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub. And I know I'm ranting and raving about how wonderful these young men are, but oh my God, I found such a wealth of talent and character. These are men of integrity who are looking for a way to express their gifts and their talents. And I found them. I found them right there on the south side of Chicago. And it's an area that's been blighted for years. And everybody thinks, oh, everybody's into drugs or everybody's into banging and everybody's into anything that you wouldn't want to have around you. But I'm telling you right now, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. There's a plethora of gifts and talents and I feel very strongly protected and trusted by these young men who come in and let us try to mold them or find out which way they want to go so we can get them on their path. So today I have a very special guest, and your name?
Maurice Blaylock.
Maurice Blaylock. And you live in Woodlawn, Maurice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived in Woodlawn?
All my life.
All your life?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you see yourself within the next 4 or 5 years? What do you want to do?
I want to own a laundromat.
You want to invest in a laundromat? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we can try to get you with some people who can do a business plan and possibly look at some possible locations and see what it costs to get up and running. It is a business that would be frequented a lot. They're right here, right at the base of the University of Chicago, so there's a lot of students and stuff that are there.
Yeah.
A lot of people who live in apartments who do not or cannot have a
Laundry room.
in their apartment, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's a moneymaker. That's a moneymaker. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about your life. I want you to tell me a little bit about what you've been through while you've been living in Woodlawn, and a little bit about the accident that happened. So let's talk about that. Let's get that off the table. Tell me a little bit about the accident. What happened to you?
Got shot.
You got shot. And how were you shot? Where were you? Not the location, but where in your body were you injured?
Out on my side.
On your side.
By my rib.
By your ribs. And you strong enough, baby. Look up at me. You strong enough to overcome that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're healing, in the process of healing now and getting stronger every day?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So talk a little bit about the courage it took to get well. Because there are a lot of people who have been shot or who are ill who don't have the stamina or the strength to try to overcome it. Let's talk about that.
It takes strength and mind. My mind was strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was going to get over it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was going to get well sooner or later.
Yeah.
It was a matter of time.
So you stared death in the face and it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Get down,
Yes,
Maurice.
ma'am.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So that just goes to show that you can overcome anything, right?
Yeah.
If you got the willpower to do it.
Yes, you can.
So let's talk about, you got any children?
I got 2.
You have 2 children. Tell me a little bit about your children.
A girl and a boy.
We got a girl and a boy. Well, congratulations to you.
Yes, ma'am.
What would you like to see them do? What would you like to accomplish for them? With them actually.
Stay in school.
Stay in school. All right, can you look at our viewers and say that with a little more meaning?
I
What
do.
would you advise young people to do?
To stay in school and follow their parents.
Yes.
Listen to their mama.
Listen to them. I'm a mama. That made me feel really good. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the hub. How did you come to the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub?
Okay. My friend named Red, he just sent me to my buddy named Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave, I've been with Dave and them ever since.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the best part of it to you?
I'm learning about my morals, and I get some money.
About your morals and how to get some money. Get that money, baby. Well, we're going to show you not only how to make money, but to take it and invest it. It's very important because money has a way of coming in cycles.
Yeah.
I'm in the entertainment industry, been in the entertainment industry since 1968. And it has been a up and down roller coaster type of thing for me. and I've sang with some of the best and written music and done movies and done commercials and things like that. But that money ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows. So the most important part of it is know how to take your money and invest it. What would you like to see your children do? I didn't know you had children. I'm really excited about that.
Respectful to their parent and stay in school.
What do you think they want to do? Are they gifted in any kind of way, like music or anything like that?
I be sending them lists of radio, playing with the radio, and acting bad.
Well, I tell you what, we'll take that bad acting and turn it into good acting.
Yes,
Hopefully
ma'am.
we see we get them on some commercials and things like that, or at least expose them to it. Talk to me a little bit about the dangers of the community.
I won't want nobody to come and buy in the house over there and leave. I won't prefer it.
Well, how can we
that.
make it better? Let's put it that way. How can we make that neighborhood better where it's safe for you, for your children, for people who want to move in? Because I'm going to tell you something about Woodlawn. I've been dealing with food pantries and things like that in the Woodlawn area since 1981. And working over there, I see so many gifted and talented people, and then I see on the news they always display it as being a hellhole, which actually it is not. You're sitting on very, very, very lucrative real estate. And people, you're noticing that people are starting now to influx in, where they're coming in from all different kind of areas, all different kind of ethnicities are starting to move into the area. You're right there at the lake. You're just south of the University of Chicago, right before South Shore. So all the lagoons and the beautiful parkways and things like that are right there in the Woodlawn area.
Yeah.
So, with this new library coming in, hopefully there will be a lot of jobs. There's a new trauma center that's opening at the University of Chicago. So there should be jobs in healthcare, and people sitting on property need to sit on it and wait this out, because it's getting ready to balloon. When all of these different investors come in, you can see what happened to Hyde Park. You can't even get down 53rd Street without it being a 10 or 20 minute trip. And all of this has happened in the last 10, 15 years. New Targets, new restaurants, new hotels, new health clubs. I think it's very, very important that we stay and we become a part of it. You have a right to live in Woodlawn.
Yeah.
What happened on the north side is getting ready to come now to our Woodlawn area. So I'm going to take a quick second. It's a pleasure to speak with you. I'm so proud of you, and thank you so much for being to come and tell your story a little bit. Once again, we are the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub, and we are at wrjhub@gmail.com. And we invite you to come and see a little bit about what we're doing, and I'm just really, really grateful. Well, surprise, surprise, I got somebody new. All right, I know, I'm like a train running north at 50 miles an hour. I want to talk a little bit about who you are. First of all, what's your name?
Jaquan Reed.
Jaquan Reed?
Yes.
And Jaquan, tell me a little bit about who you are, what you like, what you do, and where do you live?
I stay in the Woodlawn community.
You do?
Yeah,
okay, and how long have you been in Woodlawn?
23 years.
23 years, wow.
That's my
That's your whole life. Okay, he's 23, everybody. So talk a little bit about your life in Woodlawn. Talk to me.
I don't really do too much. I just really sit in the crib, or I come outside. I don't really do too much, really.
So tell me this. Is there much to do? Is there anything to do?
No, not really. Because
So you stay out of trouble by staying in?
No, I mean, yeah. I stay.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I got my son or something.
Okay. You're a father too?
Yeah.
Okay, and how old is your son?
3.
He's 3 years old?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
he's a
magic age. He's going to pick up everything you say and do. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Okay, talk a little bit about what you want to do. What do you want to do?
I was thinking about doing welding.
Welding.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, I got an uncle that's doing welding right now, so he telling me about, like, basically what you're doing in welding and how long the class will be and how much money you'll be making after you get done with the class.
Okay, and where do you want to go take these classes at?
Dawson Tech on 39th.
On 39th. Okay, so have you done any investigation? Do you have any applications or anything like that might could help you?
No, not yet. I think the class started like in August. So I'm gonna just start looking up like in the middle of this month, probably
Yeah.
in the end.
Yeah.
Or in the
Well,
middle.
that's something we can help you do. What else? What else are your gifts and talents? Not only welding. What else do you do?
I rap and sing.
You rap and you sing. So you're a poet,
Yeah, you can say that.
a musician.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do you play an instrument?
No, I don't play.
You do a lot of stuff electronically with tracks and things like that?
No, I don't do. I just really just go in the studio and just rap.
Okay, so do you write your own material?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good at
No,
it.
no, no. Look me in the face and tell me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so I want you to look in that TV screen and give us a little bit about what you do.
I'll write music. Like if I'm bored, if I ain't got nothing to do, on my spare time, I'll take at least like an hour or two to just sit down and just write some music. But the only thing about with the singing part, I don't know how to write R&B music, so
Okay.
I just know how to sing it.
You can sing it?
Yeah, but not right now. I ain't for the.
Oh, am I sitting next to the next Marvin Gaye? Is this you, Luther? Okay, give us a little bit of one of your raps. Ready and action.
I don't want to do no rap.
You don't want to do it? Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot like that. Talk a little bit about what you see yourself doing in the next 5 to 10 years.
Being a father to my son, and then I got another child on the way too.
Well,
So,
congratulations.
Yeah.
You want a girl this time?
Yeah.
You need a girl. More girl power. Way to go.
No, I really see myself working well. Yeah, I see myself working in the crib, really staying out of trouble. Well, trying to stay out of trouble.
So if we get you hooked up with some kind of programs with this welding thing and knowing all the construction that's getting ready to come into the Woodlawn area, that'd be right up your alley, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So getting you some certification and getting you some exposure to the unions and the industry
Right.
and building all along would give you a better life, right?
Correct.
And then you could do your rapping and your music and stuff on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, and make a life for your family? What's the best part of living in Woodlawn?
The best part. It really isn't a best part with staying in Woodlawn right now because like the violence really is kind of crazy right now.
Okay.
So
All right, so you want that better.
yeah.
Well, as people move into the area now and all these new businesses are going to open and the presidential library is coming in there, University of Chicago is talking about building a hotel right at the foot of the campus there. So that's jobs, that's training, that's get your piece of the pie. Get your piece of the pie. I've seen some of the work that you did in the class.
Huh.
And I left out of the room and came back in 10 minutes. And Chuck, who was on the first installment of this 4-series installment that we've done, talked a little bit about, he says it's not good, but it's actually great. He's very modest and very strong. He's not braggadocious about it, but I saw you guys sit down, and I tipped away and came back in the next 5 minutes. The work you were doing was beautiful. So I think under his tutelage and his guidance, and with the help of David, who is one of your mentors, I think we can try our best to give you whatever resources we got so that you have a better life for your son and your new daughter coming. I'm pushing that, right? Yeah, I think you deserve to be in a community that is going to be a place to thrive. So we didn't hear you rap today, but I guarantee you I'll get a snippet of it and put some kind of clip on here in the next weeks or two just to see if we can.
I'll write a poem.
Oh, I love it. You can do one now?
No, not right now.
Okay, well, but you'll come back and you'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm real cool with that. I'm really grateful to have you here. Once again, we are the Restorative Justice Hub, and we are located in the Woodlawn area. So it's the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub. That's the WRJHub@gmail.com. And I'm glad to have you here. Talk a little bit about the hub and how it's helped you.
Well, it's helped me by staying out of trouble, because usually I'll be outside every day, standing around or something, or I'll be at my friend's crib. So how I got into the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub was my friend Maurice. Maurice.
That was just earlier with us? Yes. Yeah.
He told me
He's
about
strong,
it.
baby.
He told all us really about it and everything, so I caught on to it. And then I just walked over to the car and told Dave that I wanted to come. You
Great.
just, you know, you
Great.
started from right there.
Great. It's really good that you have David and that you have Chuck there to kind of steer you in a way that can help you grow. You said you've been there 23 years?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the next 23 years you own some property and have your welding business of your own and raise your sons and your daughters where they can be a reflection of a good life and a strong father that's not only gifted and talented on the musical side, but also very gifted and talented with math and divisions and dimensions and anything like architecture. You got any of that in your blood you might want to do?
Like build.
Build buildings, build.
I was thinking about flipping houses, like real estate.
What an area to do it in. And right now, if you are looking at our television screen, we are the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub, and we are really blessed to have young men like this gentleman right here. We're going to go, so say goodbye to your baby and your baby coming. What's your son's name?
Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Your daddy is strong. Thank you very much. We'll be back.